from Lagos, Nigeria. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. This is High Performance Live with me, Kayode Kolade, and I'm grateful to God for another opportunity to be here again with you today. How are you doing? How was your week? I hope you had a very productive and profitable week. It's Friday. We're about to go into the weekend. Just want to say a very big well done to you. And let me start by saying happy new month. Welcome to the month of February. Welcome to the month of productivity for you. Welcome to the month of all round profitability for you. We made it right through the month of January, starting the year, and we are already in the second month. We're kicking the year into high gear, taking it to a whole new level. Hi, Rahila. Thank you so much. Happy new month to you too. Thank you so much. Great to have you here, and thank you for joining. So we're kicking the year 2024 into the next gear, into the second gear, and I'm very excited for what the new month holds, for what the remaining part of this year holds. I know that the month of January was a month of settling in and all that, and so I'm very excited for the greater things that are ahead of us, even as we have come into a new month, the month of love. I keep reminding myself that, oh, February, the month of love, it's Valentine and everything. I know that you are excited to show love to your spouse, your partner, your family members too. It's not just romantic love, family love, and everything. Just love all the way throughout the month of February. And I didn't plan it, but interestingly, what we're going to be talking about today in our live session today, somehow has to do with love too. It wasn't planned. I just now discovered, oh, it's February, the month of love. And I'm talking about wealth languages, which was inspired by the five love languages. Don't worry, we're coming to all that. So just want to say congratulations to you for making it into the new month, the month of February. I pray that this month brings good things for you in every aspect of your life. If you are new to this show, you know how we do it, right? Every time we come on High Performance Live like this, we will always do our high performance review for the week, which is three things: what we are grateful for, the lesson that we are learning, and what we are looking forward to in the upcoming week. So I'll go first. What I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here again with you in another live session, and the very first Friday of the month of February in a brand new month. I'm so grateful to that. Grateful to God for that. The lesson that I'm learning is, just like I had mentioned, the five wealth languages, the five wealth languages, and you want to stick around for that. It's going to be a very insightful session. And what I'm looking forward to is the presentation and communications bootcamp, that I've been talking about for a while. It's coming up this month of February. Two powerful skills that you need to master in your career and your business are those skills of presentation and communication. And that's why I'm inviting you to a 2-day presentation and communications bootcamp to master this very important skill. And so I've been talking about it for a while. Is this your first time of learning about it? Just do follow me on Instagram at Kayode Kolade. Send me a DM with the word mastery, and I'll make sure that you get the details to be part of that program. You don't want to miss it. Now that the year has gotten to the second gear, and we are now all about productivity and getting those results that we want to get, be it in our business or in our career or in our relationships, you need to be well armed. You need to be fortified. You need to have those necessary skills. And two of those necessary skills that you need, very important skills that you need, are communication and presentation skills. So follow me on Instagram, send me a DM at Kayode Kolade with the word mastery, and I'll make sure that you get the details to be part of that boot camp. So that's it for me. That's my own high performance review for the week. What's yours? What are you grateful for? I know even if you don't have anything else to be grateful for, the single fact that we are alive and it's a new month, I know you are grateful for that. So share it in the comments what you are grateful for, the lesson that you are learning, and what are you looking forward to in the new week as we have begun a new month, the new month of February. What are your expectations really for the new month? What are your desires? What are you looking forward to in the month of February? Please share it in the comments. I really would like to hear from you. So very, very quickly, the 5 wealth languages. The 5 wealth languages is what we are talking about today. The 5 wealth languages, what we're talking about today. And just like I mentioned, is the month of love. So I realized that, we're talking about the 5 wealth languages. And I remember that one of my favorite relationship books of all time is The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend that you go read that book. It will change your life, change your relationships, change every aspect of your life. The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. And in case you have read it and maybe you have forgotten and you need a refresher, anyone here, you remember what those 5 languages are? Those 5 love languages, drop it in the comments. I know there's words of affirmation, there's acts of service, there's receiving of gifts, there's quality time, and there's which one? Physical touch. Those are the 5 love languages. Very, very powerful insights that Gary Chapman has shared through his book that has changed a lot of relationships. And just like we always talk about here on High Performance Life, we're always all about what are those tools, those strategies that can help us in our relationships, in our business, in our career, in every aspect of our lives. Please do not let this slide. Make sure you go check out that book, The Five Love Languages by Gary Chapman. It will change your life. And just in case you've read it before, maybe this might be the time for you to read it again, because what I've been doing recently is that I've been going back over many of those classics that we read so many years ago, many of those classics that came out a while back. And the thing about it is that now that you've grown, now that we have advanced, we have matured, you begin to see many of those things in a brand new light. And for me, it's so insightful that I'm realizing that many of those things, we just read it in a hurry just because you were so excited and wanted to get through the book and feel proud of yourself that you finished the book. But now it's all about reading and digesting many of those things slowly. And I believe that that's the season that we are in, to go back to the foundation, to go back to the basics, right? As high performers, we need to go back to the basics with all the noise, with all the chaos and the confusion that is going on in the world today. My charge and my encouragement is that we need to go back to the basics. We need to go back to those classics, those fundamental principles, and relearn many of those things. It's very, very important. And so that's just what it is. That just like how we have the 5 love languages, we have 5 wealth languages that I'm going to be sharing with you today that will help us to enjoy greater abundance in our lives, that will help us to live those rich lives that we really want to live in this year 2024 and even beyond. So without further ado, what are those 5 wealth languages? Number 1 is the language of give. Number 1 is give. That's the first wealth language. Give, 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 give. Yes. And when I talk about wealth languages, let me just quickly mention here that I'm not necessarily talking about financial literacy. Yes, it's very important that I point that out. What I'm here to share with you is practical wisdom that will help you not just in your finances, in the area of money, but that will help you in every area of your life. And that's what we're talking about: wisdom, the practical application, the art of skillful living. That's what I'm talking about here today when I talk about wealth languages, and not necessarily financial literacy. I will leave that to experts like Bismarck Rewani. Anytime I say his name, my wife is always laughing because we always share a good laugh over the fact that he's just a brilliant man in the area of finances and economics, and can really, really feel so intimidating, right? And so that's just what it is. So what I'm here to do is to share with you practical wisdom, the art of skillful living, to help you get ahead, not just in the area of your finances, but in every area of your life. And so the first world language is give. Popular opinion will say, oh, in this time, this is not the time for you to give. This is not the time for you to let go. This is the time for you to keep as much as possible to yourself. But one thing about wisdom is that wisdom is no respecter of popular opinions. Is not here to win a popularity contest, because popularity contests many times are not truth contests. And so one thing that we need to realize is that if we are going to enjoy wealth, we are going to see greater abundance in our lives, we need to realize that we need to speak that language of give. I know many of us, we've kicked off this year, 2024, with great expectations, a lot of themes going on in our organizations, themes and prophecies going on in our churches and religious places of how great and powerful this year is going to be, of how the level of abundance that we're going to enjoy, even in the midst of everything that is going on. One thing I want to always say is that, see, it's one thing for you to believe these things, but the way that you truly show that you believe in abundance is when you give. If not any other thing, you are just paying lip service to it. If you can say from now to tomorrow, I believe in abundance, I believe in abundance, I believe that I will enjoy abundance in my life. But the only way you truly demonstrate that you believe in that abundance is by giving, is when you give. I love the way somebody put it. He said, Satan steals, man hoards, but God gives. The way that we truly demonstrate our God-like nature is when we give. Is when we give. That's how we show that we truly, truly believe in abundance, and we're not playing lip service to this thing. Because if you believe in abundance and you believe that there is enough to go around, then you will not have any problem with letting go with that thing that is in your hand. And for me, that is just what is so important, so vital, that we need to realize that we need to speak that language of giving. And, beyond just giving tangible things, my own charge and my own encouragement is that many times it also comes to that place of even giving intangible things like forgiveness and your willingness to let go, which is even one thing that I'm realizing that it's very, very important in this particular season. A very practical example. You got to maybe a place where you were supposed to make a particular transaction. You were the first, you were the first person that got there. You are the first in line, but somehow somebody else comes and challenges you that, hey, no, you are not the first. I was the first person that got here, and look, you need to give me space. I'm the person that got here first, and I'm going to go ahead before you. Now, what do you do? If truly, truly you believe in abundance and there is enough to go around, my own charge and encouragement to you is that just let it go. Allow the person to go ahead, right? You get the opportunity as the senior person to make a choice, right? So you have the opportunity to choose the first and to choose the best, and then to choose the first and the best before the junior person. But if you truly, truly believe in abundance, allow the junior person to go ahead and pick first, right? Because you know that whatever it is, that abundance will still come to you. You will enjoy. You are demonstrating the fact that you believe in abundance. And so for me, that's just what it is, that it's that willingness to let go. There is no need, just holding on to things that you don't need to hold on to, holding on to grudges that you don't need to hold on to, holding on to petty squabbles that have no correlation with where you are going, to your life and to your destiny. And so for me, that's even what is so important, that there are so many things that we are holding on so tightly to. But the truth about it is that the more we hold on to those things, the less we can make progress that we truly, truly want to see in this year 2024. So my charge and encouragement to you is to let go. The wealthiest thing you can do right now is to learn to let go, to let go of those grudges, to let go of that offense. There are practically some some places, some projects that you will have to let go. If you are going to see that abundance that you truly, truly desire to see, you might have to let go of those things. And let me just put it in perspective for you. I know the reason why you are struggling right now to perhaps let go of those things, to let go maybe of that relationship, that thing that is staring you in your heart, that, see, this particular person, you need to let them go. I know the reason why you are struggling is because you are feeling right now that if you let them go, who is going to fill that void in your life? But that's the thing. If you believe in abundance, then you realize that Just like how that person came into your life is the same way somebody else, and not just somebody else, but somebody better will also come into your life. That's just my own charge and my own encouragement to you, that maybe you've lost sight of that. That the same way that person came into your life is the way somebody better, somebody more quality will come into your life. But you will not be able to see those better people, those more quality people, unless you let go of this one. Unless you are willing to let go. Unless you are willing to let go. And so for me, that's what it is. The number one wealth language is the language of give. The number two wealth language is the language of serve, is the language of service. I've recommended his book several times on this show, and I'm still going to recommend it again. And that's the book by Tim Ferriss called Tools of Titans. If you have not read it, I highly recommend that you go read it. It's a very, very powerful book. I was reading a chapter in the book recently, and he was interviewing Ramit Sethi, and he asked him the question that who is the person that comes to your mind when you think of the word success? And he mentioned the fact that, oh wow, the person that comes to his mind when he thinks of the word success is a man called, I think, Marcus Bustos, if I remember the name correctly. But it's a celebrity hairdresser, or a hairdresser. Well, he's also a celebrity right now, because okay, he only makes hair for celebrities in New York. And to imagine that this very high-end hairdresser, very, very busy, attends to only very top clients, but he does something that is so interesting, that made a mark, that made an impression on Ramit, and that also made an impression on me when I read it. That, oh, during the weekends, his only day off during the weekends, he now goes all around New York City looking for homeless people to make their hair for them. I know, for me, I just found that so powerful. As in, people who in their wildest dreams will never get the opportunity, maybe to even make their hair, then not to even now talk of being their hair being made by somebody who makes hair for celebrities, get the opportunity for them for to be attended to by such a high-end person. And for me, I found that just so powerful. And it just comes back to that place of service, that really that's why he is where he is today. It didn't just start because, oh, he's now a celebrity now, that's why he's going around to make hair for homeless people. Obviously, he has always had that heart of service, and that's why he is where he is today. And so for me, that's just what it is, that if we are going to enjoy wealth, we're going to enjoy greater abundance in this year 2024, is coming back to that place of service, coming back to that place of service. Who is that person that you are investing in? If you want to be wealthy, serve people. If you want to be wealthier, serve more people. That's what it's about. Service is the key. Service is that missing link that we all need to come back to if we are going to see wealth and abundance in this year 2024 in any aspect of our lives. And so that's just what it is, that no matter where you are right now in life, I know that probably you are in that place where you are looking at every other person that has gone ahead. Maybe even like I've shared the story of Mark Bustos, or is it Marcus Bustos? I'll check it again, to you, and you're just like, okay, so what's that my special gift? What's that my special talent? What's that thing that will make celebrities come to me and demand my skill, demand my gift and my talent? What's my passion? What's my purpose in life? I know that probably maybe you are in that place where you are trying to figure out all these things. And while you are right that all these questions you are asking, what's your purpose, what's your passion, what's your dominant gift, what's your special talent, what's that thing that you have a natural flair for that will make people, just doff their heart to you. While all those things are great and important questions, I believe the more important question we need to ask right now is, how do I serve? How do I serve? How do I serve? I think that's the most important question we need to ask. How do I serve? How do I serve with the knowledge, with the skills, with the wisdom that I have right now? Because no matter where you are way ahead than so many other people. That's one thing that we fail to realize. Many times we are so caught up in where we are trying to get to that we don't see how far we have come. And the truth about it is that you and I, we have come a mighty long way. We have come a mighty long way. You are the miracle that somebody has been praying for. You are the blessing that somebody has been praying for. And it's all about, turning back and investing that knowledge that you have right now, that wisdom that you have right now, those skills that you have right now that you are looking down on and you are saying is nothing. That is the seed that will change somebody else's life. It's very important. The third wealth language is the language of learn. The language of learn. There is one temptation that we are all going to be faced in this season, and that's the season to blame and to complain about everything that is not working, to look for who is to blame and who is to be responsible for the things that are not working. I just want to say to you that that time that we would have been using to blame, that we're using to blame and complain, is time that we could have invested wisely to do what? To learn. To learn. It's just so pivotal. And that's why, I keep, anytime I come here, I keep sharing with you the books that I'm reading, the podcasts that I'm listening to, the people that I'm following closely, the well that I'm drinking from and that I'm learning from, because that's what will make the difference. Many of the things that are going on around us are just things to distract you. They are just distractions. This getting on the phone to discuss with people, oh, what is happening, what is wrong, what is this, or to gather at the water cooler in the office and just to complain about everything that is not working and all that. Trust me, it's just a big distraction. It's just a big distraction. This is the time your energy is going into all those things, same energy that you could have used to invest and build up your wisdom, to build up your wisdom bank, to build up your knowledge bank. That's the season that we are in. And so, as much as possible, every time we come on High Performance Live like this, my own bit is to encourage you to, as much as possible, look for a way to conserve your energy. Don't dissipate your energy into things that are not going to move you forward, into discussions that don't have any value that they are adding to you. Turn that energy and use it and invest it in your learning. Every free time, every free opportunity that you have, use it. Use it to learn, because that's just what it's all about. All that we need in this season is wisdom. And the thing that I keep saying is that wisdom, you have it. You have it. It's just something that you need to unlock it. You need light. You need light to shine, to it's illumination, light to help you see that thing that is missing. That's just what it's all about. That's just all what it's all about. And that can only happen if you are committed to your learning, if you are committed to your pursuit of wisdom. The fourth language that wealthy people speak is the language of opportunity. The language of opportunity. That's the language that wealthy people speak. We know the popular story of David versus Goliath, right? The reason why we all know about David today, the reason why we celebrate David, the reason why we applaud that story as the beautiful underdog story. But one thing I realized is that it's not an underdog story, it's just a story about opportunity. Because every other person had the chance to take down Goliath. That's just the truth. Every other person, isn't it dawning on us that perhaps it could have been the story of Eliab versus Goliath. It could have been a story of Saul versus Goliath. Every other person had the same opportunity. And that's the thing about opportunity, that it's a leveler. It opens up for everybody. There can be no challenges without the opportunities present. They can't exist in a vacuum. Every time, everywhere a problem exists, the opportunity is right there. It's like the yin and yang scenario. They have to coexist together. One cannot exist without the other. So it's not a situation where, there is just the problem and there is no opportunity. And the interesting thing is that where there's the opportunity, there is also problems that are there. So it's that's just why I said that it's just that yin and yang scenario where the two of them always coexist. And so every other person had the opportunity, but the reason why the start story today is David versus Goliath is because David understood the language of the wealthy. He understood that there is one language that they speak, and that's the language of opportunity. While everybody saw Goliath as a big problem, David saw Goliath as a big opportunity, a huge opportunity that he had to take advantage of. And so while every other person was running away, remember scripture says he ran towards Goliath. He wasn't running, he wasn't, you might think, oh, he had a death wish. Yes, he might have had a death wish, but he had an opportunity wish. He was not running towards Goliath, he was running towards an opportunity. He was running towards the opportunity of never going to pay taxes again. He was running towards the opportunity of marrying into the family of into the royal family. That was what he was running towards. He wasn't running towards Goliath, he was running towards the opportunity. And so that's just what it is, that the opportunities are there right in the midst of the chaos, right in the midst of the challenges. The opportunities are there. Many times we don't see it because we are looking for easy. That, let's just be sincere with ourselves. We are looking for easy. We are looking for the easy way out. The wise King Solomon was the one who said that the lazy man does not roast what he takes in hunting. And so this is the time to say, let us sit down and begin to roast those things that we have. This is not the time for easy. This is the time for roasting. This is the time to refine those things that we have. You knock on the door of opportunity. Don't be surprised that it is work that answers. That's just what we need to remember. You knock on the door of opportunity. Don't be surprised that it is work that answers. And that's just the thing, that we must be ready to heed the call of work. We must be ready to position ourselves, to challenge ourselves, to answer that call of duty, to answer that call, and to move our lives to the next level. The final wealth language we've said give, we've said serve, we've said learn, we've said opportunity, and then the final wealth language is the language of excellence. It's the language of excellence. That's the language that wealthy people speak. The language of excellence, being excellent in what you do, being excellent as a person, being excellent in your work, being excellent in your relationship. It's coming back to that place of excellence, right? Because what you just see these days is so many people just taking things for granted, taking their work for granted. And it's not that these people are bad people, because many times what comes to your head the first time is that, oh, a person who is mediocre or who is average is a bad person, is a failure, is somebody who has no future ambition. The truth about it is that these people are good people. These people are very smart and intelligent people. We need to remind ourselves that the person who is working in the bank, who is behaving rude and not taking their work seriously, but we need to remember that this person took the bank test, went through the interview, went through all the processes, and passed and got that job. So what went wrong? What went wrong? What went wrong that now you have the job, and then simple details that you are supposed to know on the job, you don't even know what went wrong. And that's when you begin to realize that what actually went wrong is that this very brilliant, intelligent, driven person that scaled those out of thousands of other people that were gunning for this same job and eventually got this job, eventually got to a point where they felt like, you know what, I'm ahead of a lot of people, so I might as well just coast. That's actually what happened. They looked back and just felt, you know what, I'm at least I've tried. I'm ahead of so many other people, so I might well just coast through life. I might as well just go through the motions. Is it not just to get to work, punch the system, go back home, same old, and that's just it. But my own charge and my own encouragement to you is that we are high performers, right? Let's not go through the motions. Let's not coast through life. Let's challenge ourselves to take what we do to a whole new level. Where every other person is coasting, let's be those people that obsess about the details. While every other person is going through the motions, let's be those people that over-deliver. While every other person is just doing the bare minimum to get by, let's be those ones that go beyond the call of duty. Right? And what I'm talking about here now is not that, oh, Kyle, you mean with all the thing on top of my head, you want me to walk myself into the ground? Please, no, that's not what it is. That's not what excellence is all about. You can't even be excellent if you're overworking yourself. That's just the truth. The only way that you and I can be excellent, that we can over deliver, that we can go beyond the call of duty as high performers, is when we get to that point where we are willing to say that perhaps I'm overcommitting myself. I'm overcommitting myself to a lot of things. I'm overcommitting myself to so many things that is just taking away from me, that I no longer have the energy to really focus and be excellent in the things that really matter. That's just what it is. And so I remember that I saw that interview a long time ago and I loved it. And it's by I can't remember who the person who was interviewing Eliud Kipchoge. And Eliud was talking about the 3 ingredients for success. And he said the number 1 ingredient for success is vitamin N. And everybody was wondering, well, dude, what's vitamin N? He says, yes, the number one ingredient, for success is vitamin N. You need to inject yourself with vitamin N if you are going to succeed. And the interviewer had to ask him, please, Elliot, what is vitamin N? He said, vitamin N is your willingness to say no. He says your willingness to say no. He said you must be willing and ready to say no to so many things so that you can say yes to the things that really matter. And it's not a surprise that, Eliud is who he is. He is the high performer that he is in his area. And so we can learn that thing from him. We can learn that thing from him. That, look, the challenge that you might be facing right now is the fact that you are saying yes to so many things. You are saying yes to so many things, saying yes to so many things that don't really matter, saying yes to so many things that are taking your energy, taking away from you, saying yes to so many people that just keep piling their own agendas on you, piling their own issues on you, that you have no more energy to attend to your own agenda. And so it's very, very important that the key to excellence is take your vitamin N, inject yourself with vitamin N. And so that's it. 5 wealth languages to enjoy greater abundance in our lives. Number 1, give, be willing to let go. Be willing to let go. We know we've said it already. Forgive, let go of those grudges, let go of those of the offense. The things that are ahead of you are greater, are more powerful. Be willing to serve. If you want to be wealthy, serve people. If you want to be wealthier, serve more people. Learn. This is the time for learning. This is time for training. And this is not just the time for, just mastering our craft, but mastering ourselves. I forgot to mention that. So when we're talking about learning, we're talking about mastery of ourselves, and which is very, very important. This is a self-mastery, personal mastery, mastering yourself over laziness, over pride, over anything that you can imagine, putting yourself under that discipline because of the height that you are going to. The 4th thing that we said is opportunity. Be willing to put in the work. And then the final thing is excellence. Take your vitamin N. It's very, very important. On a closing note, I just want to say that whatever you do, just mind your language, right? Mind your language. I remember that very popular British sitcom from the 70s called Mind Your Language. I had to Google it recently, and I had to Google where can you stream Mind Your Language, and it said it's not available for for streaming. I was like, oh wow, that's so sad, because it's just a very beautiful sitcom of all the antics of foreign students. Don't worry, that's just for another day. But it just tells you that for me, it's a very powerful theme that we need to work with in this season. That you need to just mind your language. If you are going to see wealth and abundance in this year 2024, then you need to mind your language. And when we talk about mind your languages, we are talking about making sure that these 5 things that we have talked about today, they reflect in your thoughts, your emotions, your words, your behavior, and your actions. That's just what it is. Give, serve, learn, opportunity, and excellence. Make sure these 5 things show up in your thoughts, your emotions, your speech, your behaviors, and your actions. Let it be the things that guide you. Let it be the things that move you. Let it be that foundation that you operate from in everything that you do, using your finances, your relationships, your career, your business, everything. If you look at that, you'll see that they are very, very powerful languages that when you speak them, they will open doors for you. And so that's it. 5 world languages. Great time that we've had today. I'm sure you found that very insightful. I know I found I that was very insightful for me. Don't forget the presentation communication bootcamp. Follow me on Instagram at Kayode Kolade. Send me a DM with the word mastery, and I'll make sure that you have the details for that. Look out for all the great content coming out this weekend between tomorrow and Sunday. New long form video, the new newsletter, Dear High Performer, how to live your rich life in the year 2024. You need to take advantage of all those great resources. And please, more importantly, share this with somebody. They will be so grateful to you that you did. I know that it will absolutely bless them as you have been blessed. So that's it from me. You have any questions, drop them in the comments. Follow me on Instagram. Share your expectations with me for this month of February. I really want to know. Do enjoy your weekend. Have a great time this weekend. Talk to you very soon. Your greatness is very sure.